So let the AJ Green talk begin. A lot of rumors out there swirling that the Bengals plan on franchise tagging him. AJ, it is what it is, but he's obviously not that big of a fan of the franchise tag. And I would be honest, I mean, I've actually kind of changed my opinion on what the Bengals should do with AJ Green just, not that long ago here. But first of all, before we even jump in, I got to say, AJ Green, as much as the injuries have mounted up over the past couple years, you gotta thank AJ Green for the services he's done with these Bengals, and he still has expressed interest, something which seems to be a difficult thing for us around here in Ohio, is retaining these good players, but he seems to show interest, thankfully, in wanting to stay with the Bengals for the rest of his career, so that we thank you. I mean, where would the Bengals be without AJ Green over the past, 8 years now? Is it 8 years, 9 years? Where would they be? Because you look at Andy Dalton, the Bengals groomed Andy Dalton into relying on AJ Green. So we seen what happened when he wasn't on the field. The Bengals fell apart. So AJ Green was a true difference maker in this team, helping us make playoffs runs. But now it comes down to being a business again, right? It's a business time where you have to consider what's right for the club right here and right now. Even though no matter what he's done for you in the past, you don't want to go out there, and what AJ Green wants is a longer term deal. You don't want to go out there and sign this guy to some 5 or 6 year deal and give him top wide receiver money when he has not proven he can be a top wide receiver anymore. Not that he can't do it, but he hasn't proven, I should say, that he can stay on the field. This guy, through the last 4 seasons, has missed 6 or more games. And it seems like AJ, again, unfortunately, as great of a player as he is, he goes about his business, but it seems like anytime he gets injured, those injuries that are, he's supposed to be 2 to 3 weeks, it ends up being 5 to 6, 4 to 3, or 4 to 5 weeks. It's a whole season. It's a continual thing here where AJ's just notoriously, clearly at this time, a slow healer. And then you look at the other wide receivers. I got all the faith in the world in Tyler Boyd. Auden Tate was looking pretty nice last year. What Joe Burrow can do with him. That's right, I'm saying Joe Burrow. Get that guy's name out of your head over there, Callahan. I ain't even going to say his name. I ain't even bringing him up over your tongue. He looks good in the Senior Bowl. That's nice of him to compliment him, though, right? Keeping the options open, I guess. But you look and think what Burrow can do with those two. But what could he do with AJ Green as well? I think this is where the turning point for me was, right? 1-15 team. There's not a lot of standout guys on this team that you have to say, well, they got to get paid. They got to get paid, and they got to get paid now. I mean, Mixon's out there, but as far as a lot of these other guys, there's not a whole lot of cap cloggers, especially when you consider Andy Dalton is going to be coming off the books, whether that be this year or whether that be this year where they trade him or, next year. I still think it's not a bad idea to keep him around. But regardless, that's going to come off the books, and you look at Burrow, who's going to be under a team-friendly contract because he's a draft pick for 5 years, whatever it is. 4 years? I feel like it's 5 years on the option or something. I forgot how that works now. 4 or 5 years nonetheless. And you talk about those, you look at that and you say, well, where's the cap going to go? I mean, other than Bengals saying they want to be cheap, I mean, whether you want to say the money's worth it or not for AJ Green, I think that's up in the air. And that's what I mean. I think that's where the thing is. If you want to play who wins both sides, if it's about the money deal, then you franchise tag him. AJ Green proves himself and he gets paid the next year. But I think you're at that point with the Bengals where I'm actually, I was all about the franchise tag first. Like, forget about it. We ain't got a lot of, again, the cap space, it's fine this year. But I'm kind of opening up to the idea of giving him a 2 or 3 year deal, even if he wants a lot of money. Because, like I brought up, the Burrow, the Dalton thing. Dalton comes off the books. Burrow's our younger guy. You're going to have the cap space, and you got to have the cap space in 2 or 3 years to extend Burrow if you expect this guy to be, or whoever the quarterback is, you have to have the cap space anyway. Come 3-4 years down the road where you expect to be able to extend this guy, you consider AJ Green's coming off the books. It'll open up that cap space. But for right now, why not see what this offense can do with AJ Green? Why not give him the chance if he wants, I don't even know, what do you want? 17, 18 million a year. Do I think he's in that company with all these younger elite receivers right now that are not having injury problems? Not really, no. Again, love the guy, but do I think he's in that company? No. But do I think that this time the Bengals can, I guess, afford to overpay him a little bit if it's for a short term? Sure. Why not give your young quarterback as many options as possible out there on the field to throw to for the next 2 or 3 years, even if AJ Green ends up being your number 2 or your number 3 guy? Again, I love Auden Tate and Tyler Boyd. Why not have a 3-headed monster? Why not have 3 guys? What's his face? What's the guy's name? Zach Taylor. Zach Taylor loves having, they've seen what they use with the Rams, right? They loved having them 3 wide receiver sets. You sign AJ Green, you get good productions out of the other 2, and he's got the ability to, again, work with that. And then we can see what this guy's made of as far as a coach. We're starting to see that personnel lineup that he likes to use right there. And again, it's 2 or 3 years. If AJ Green flops on his face, whatever. It was a waste of money. But as far as I see it, I really don't see the cap going anywhere else right now. And I don't think The thing is, if you franchise tag him, you know, it upsets players. For the most of them aren't very happy getting franchise tagged. And then you go into the offseason next year, if AJ Green does have a great year, where then he starts contemplating playing for another team because you upset him, or, you know, whatever. Maybe he has a great season, he gets paid even more than he would have got paid this year compared to just throwing him that 2-3 year deal. I'm happy with it. I'm happy at 2 or 3 years. I don't know if AJ Green will take that much, but do it. I'll hand him the money right now.